Good afternoon. My name is Brian Avery. I'm the commander of the American Legion, Post 209 in Forestville, Connecticut. I thank you for coming here for this Memorial Day service. We are about to start. I'm going to be calling Bobby Getz up for the opening prayer. Uncover.
Good afternoon. My name is Bob Getz, chaplain of Post 209. Today we are gathered in front of our memorial here representing veterans past, present, and future. At this moment, let's just bow our heads and pray within ourselves at this moment. And I thank you very much.
Cover. We will now call up Miss Chrysanthemum Team to sing the national anthem. It is up.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
We will now be doing the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, for liberty and justice for all. We will now be doing the Fallen Soldiers Table. The Fallen Soldier Table. Those that have served and are currently serving in the uniformed services of the United States are ever mindful of the sweetness and enduring peace that has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. They are compelled to never forget why we enjoy our daily pleasures, others have endured and may still be enduring the agonies of pain and imprisonment. We call your attention to this small table, which occupies a place of dignity and honor. The tablecloth is white, the purity of their intentions in their response to this country's call to arms. The single rose in a vase sacrifice the blood that they may have shed for our freedom. The slice of lemon signifies their bitter fate. The salt reminds us of the many countless tears of their families as they wait their return. The glass is inverted. They cannot drink with us. The chair is empty. They're not here. Let us never forget the sacrifices of those and their families. We will now be playing taps. The first reading will be done by Jane Wright, Madam President of Unit 209, 21 Guns.
The following, the following is written in memory of Private First Class Joshua Robert Langford. 21 guns have sounded, taps played through to end. The flag it has been folded, goodbyes have been said, friends and family left behind, who now must pay the price. A loss so hard to understand, a million tears they've cried. Another hero fallen, too soon to let him go. Another sacrifice too great, the pain his brothers know. Many have gone before him, yet he will not be the last. A life well lived, gone too soon, his future in the past. But now God stands before him, and he says, "Child, welcome home." Another angel in heaven with wings of purest gold.
Fallen soldier reading will be done by Chaplain Robert Getz.
Yes, they gave their lives so that we could be free, so we could live in a land of liberty. We went and fought in a battle and never did return, leaving behind their loved ones who so deeply yearned. So let's all remember them, giving them honor, thanks, and prayers for our fallen soldiers who have shown us just how much they care.
The next reading will be done by Rich Kilby, soldier or veteran.
It is the soldier or veteran, not the preacher, who has given us religion. It is the soldier or veteran, not the reporter, who has given us freedom of the press. It is the soldier or veteran, not the poet, who has given us the freedom of speech. It is the soldier or veteran, not the campus organizer, that has given us the freedom to assemble. It is the soldier or the veteran, not the lawyer, who has given us the right for a fair trial. It is the soldier or veteran, not the politician, that has given us the right to vote. It is the soldier or veteran who salutes the flag. It is a soldier or veteran who serves under the flag. God bless them all.
The next reading will be done by Dave Canarella in Flanders Fields. In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place, and in the sky the larks still bravely singing fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the flow. To you from failing hands we throw, the torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. This now concludes the ceremony in Quinlan Park. We will now be starting the Memorial Day Parade. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. I think we're going to get kicked off in a second here. Before we do, I just wanted to say welcome to beautiful Forestville. My name is Jeff Caggiano. I am your mayor, and I want to introduce Cheryl Tebow.
Yes, hi, welcome everybody to Forestville. Forestville is part of my district. I am the city councilwoman for District 3, and we're so delighted that you're all here to join us today. You know, we want to thank many people that are in the parade, but primarily American Legion Post 209 for putting this parade together. And if,
Great job.
There we go. We have some applause over there. Thank you very much. We just had a very moving ceremony, Mayor. You know, behind us is the Thomas Quinlan Park, and there's been some recent changes that have been to the park. And would you like to talk about the ceremony we just had?
Yeah, we had the traditional Memorial Day ceremony where we had an opening prayer. We played taps. We had a POW MIA ceremony to honor our fallen and those that are missing in action. And the other thing I want to highlight about Quinlan Park, if you haven't seen it recently, is that they've added a bell and pretty much done that entire park over. So it looks beautiful. Thank you again to 209 for all of their great work on this.
Right. And if anybody's interested, there still are memorial blocks available for their sidewalk, and you could just reach out to the commander. It's a lovely park, and even last year, the Parks Department helped by restoring the honor board, the honor roll that's behind us. So many thanks to the Park Department.
Here we go.
Let's go, Mayor Jeff.
Let's start this parade. As I said, Krajewski coming. Following him is our Bristol Police Honor Guard. They're carrying today a commemorative flag for our fallen officers, Sergeant Alex Hamsey and Lieutenant Dustin DeMonte. They're followed right behind by Brian Gould, Chief of Police in Bristol. Everybody knows Chief Gould. Wonderful, wonderful police department here in Bristol. Thank you for all you do.
Now, is this the Explorers that are following them?
Yep, we have the cadets and explorers, and they're holding the banner. That's a very cool banner with the image of DeMonte and Hamsey and the Never Forget sign. And all of the Bristol cadets are following right behind them.
Now, I see these Explorers at many events, so they're helping out all over Bristol. You know, they were at the fishing derby last week in the park.
Yep.
So,
They work, sorry, I was going to say they work hand in hand with our CERT team too. So I see some of our CERT team members out there. So thank you for all of them. And some of our other police officers driving through.
if anybody's interested in volunteering for CERT, they're always looking for people in the community to come along with them. And you can just go to the city's website and find out information.
So here we go. We're kicking off Division 1. So you see that that banner coming in front of us.
Okay, this is the American Legion Post 209 banner that is coming up in front of us. Well, we have first the POW MIA flag.
Carried by Jimmy Smith, the American flag, and Brian Kupcha is carrying the POW MIA flag.
Thank you. Okay, the American Legion Post 209 is located in Forestville, Connecticut. This includes Brian Avery, Commander, members of Post 209, as well as members of the Sons, the Auxiliary, and the Riders. As this parade is being run by the American Legion Post 209, so many of the members are along the parade route, making this all come together for us to enjoy. So if you happen to see a member, please thank them today. Okay? All right. Our next float is the American Legion Post 17 in Naugatuck, represented by Tom Honyutstick, driving a POW MIA truck. Thank you. Thank you for your service.
And then we have a couple of other members carrying, I think this might be the 209 banner, just welcoming us to Forestville. The little borough of Forestville is right here where we are. Beautiful little borough. So thank you both. Wearing their fishing derby shirts, and I believe they'll have the memorial on the back of their shirts as well, right?
That is correct.
Following them is the State of Connecticut Department of Corrections Honor Guard. They have been in existence since 1968. That was just yesterday, wasn't it? That's a day that's near and dear to me. That's when I was born. They are been around, and we're gonna let them play some music first. So the Honor Guard prides their work, and they literally take great pride, P-R-I-D-E. They look at professionalism, respect, integrity, dignity, and excellence.
In front of us now is the 141 Medical Company Connecticut National Guard from Middletown, Connecticut. We have 20 soldiers and 2 military Humvees joining the parade today.
Those are very cool.
Do you think they'll let me drive one?
I hope not.
You know, I could go over any curb with one of those
You
vehicles.
definitely could, but you might be dangerous with that, Cheryl. I don't know.
For those who don't know, I think I've driven over every curb in Bristol there is to be found.
So next we have the Great American Marching Band. This band was established in 2017 as a frequent regular at the Big E, playing throughout New England. These professional musicians are mostly veterans who have served in musical capacity during their tenure in the military. Doing a great job.
I love how there's a cymbal on the drum too, so we got it all together. Oh, look who's coming. Mayor Caggiano. We have Mayor Stortz, who's the Grand Marshal. Bill Stortz was the former mayor of the city of Bristol and is a member of American Legion Post 209. And his beautiful car is provided by Ray Ouellette.
Beautiful.
Oh, here's Andrew.
Yep. Next in the parade, we have Representative Joe Hoxa, who represents this area, and City Councilman Andrew Howe, representing Forestville as well. That's very nice, yes. Andrew's taking a sweet ride there.
Is this the Democrats?
This is the Democrats,
Okay,
yep.
next up we have members of the Democratic Town Committee. They put a lot of effort in building a nice float and have a lot of members joining them in the parade. So welcome, welcome.
Handing out some flags here on Memorial Day. You don't, Scott?
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much.
How you doing,
How
Scott?
you doing? Missed the handshake. I'll get it next time, Scott. Hey, how you
Beautiful
doing,
dress,
Jamie?
beautiful dress.
Jamie, they
Woo! Okay.
gets us every time.
All right.
How you doing, Rich? Good to see you. That did scare the heck out of me.
It got me too.
Next, Dan Bailey, who is a very frequent visitor throughout all our parades. Dan is Uncle Sam walking on those stilts. We love to see him every year.
You know, I used to be that tall. No.
Gravity gets you every once in a while.
Graphic, you know, the age gets me. Thank you for joining us, Uncle Sam. No, they're gone. They're. And that concludes Division 1. I think we had a lot of excitement in Division 1.
Yeah, it was great. And I like the pace that they're coming along. Everybody's enjoying, and we're keeping up this year, which
We
is
are.
great.
Are you gonna do that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So as we start Division 2, the Chester Fife and Drum Corps, I actually had the pleasure of seeing them down in Chester this spring. Chester every year does a very cool tractor parade, and they were down there leading them off. The Chester Fife and Drum Corps was established in 1868. The Chester Fife and Drum Corps is the oldest continuously active fife and drum corps in Connecticut and one of the oldest continuously active fife and drum corps in the United States. Comprised of members of young and seasoned with a musical repertoire of traditional early Revolutionary War. I love this stuff. This is great. Again,
Okay.
I should have warned you. I saw that one, Cheryl, coming.
You guys are getting me every time.
Can't be looking at your notes when the Chester Fife and Drum Corps sounds off their blank.
All right, let me know if they do it again. Okay, he's loading. If you notice, he's loading his rifle. So everybody needs to be prepared.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Okay, coming along right now, riding in this red pickup truck, we have the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 5 from Bristol, Connecticut. Also riding in the vehicle behind. And they're throwing candy, all right.
Be careful, don't go out on the street in front of the cars.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. Coming up next is the Bristol Youth Lacrosse. This is represented by key team members that have teams or boys and girls up to grade 8. This helps them learn and have fun, as well as getting a time and ready for high school lacrosse. And lacrosse has grown quite a bit here in Bristol. I know that when my kids were in school about 8 or 9 years ago, they had some teams. Love to see this great sport growing in Bristol.
Takes a lot of energy to play lacrosse.
No doubt.
I see a big soccer ball coming our way. You
Got
know, they're rolling it. Let's see a big kick, and it looks like we have members of the Bristol Soccer Club. There's several different teams that play. Many of their main field is over here in Forestville. And it looks like they're throwing soccer balls out. Look at
Very
this.
nice, yes. And Bob
This is
Passamano's
awesome.
carrying the American flag. Good to see you, Bob. Bob's been a long time
All right.
executive member of the Bristol Boys and Girls Club. Certainly have had a lot of experience myself when my kids came through this program. It's a great program here in Bristol. Next, and we'll announce this quickly so they can play, but the Bristol Central Band, the High School Musical Band, is coming through, and we're going to go ahead and enjoy their music.
All right, I'll do number
And do all of them.
Okay. I don't think I've shared this with you, but I used to be in my high school band.
I did not know that.
I enjoyed it, and I have lasting friendships
Kruger,
from being in the
enjoy?
band and even in college band. We actually had to write some of our own halftime shows because our band director got ill.
Wow.
Next up,
Didn't know you had those down.
we have Miss Forestville team, Cameron Patton. How are you, Cameron?
Congratulations,
Oh, and is
Cameron.
that her dad? Okay, her dad would be driving.
No, that's not Marcus.
Oh, that's
back.
Marcus.
Marcus back.
I don't have my glasses on, Marcus. Come on.
I believe he's the uncle, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he is. I took my glasses off here. They are prescription. All right. Following Cameron is Miss Bristol Teen 2023, Emily Estagio. I love those sunglasses. Look at that. It matches her outfit.
Nice Italian name, Anastasio, right?
Thank you for that help.
You needed a little Italian help, that's all.
I needed the Italian
French
help.
in there, yeah.
I'll do the French names, you do the Italian names.
Yeah.
How's that?
You'll do good with the next couple, I think.
Okay, what we have now is Miss Mom City Tea 2023. Whoa, slow down so we can all wave to you. We have Carson Gagne. I always get first one, Delani.
Chapdelaine.
Okay. And here we have Miss Chrysanthemum Teen 2023, Liv Chapdelaine. She sang the Star Spangled Banner for our ceremonies a short while ago and did a lovely job. And she's about to enter Miss Connecticut Teen in a few weeks.
Excellent.
So we wish you the best. And she's also going to graduate high school.
Wow, yeah, knocked it out of the park. She actually was an intern in the mayor's office as well. Did a wonderful job. Very talented young lady.
Very accomplished and definitely represents the city very well.
So next up is St. Paul Catholic High School. They've been in the city of Bristol for 57 years now, have graduated many prominent people, including our own Kara Pavlock, who represents us in the 77th district, and a very interesting connection to Forestville, because Steve Peichel, who is currently the coach for Rutgers, is from Forestville. And what a great turnout that they had this year with all of them. Steve was also a great basketball player for St. Paul, led them to a state championship. Had a couple other state championships recently. I think the baseball team won in 2022.
Congratulations to the
Carrie
seniors.
DuPont.
Right, I believe they graduated Friday. So congratulations to all the seniors from their graduating class of 2023. All right. Looks like we're ready to start Division 3. And leading in Division 3, I'll talk before they get here and play, is Connecticut Patriots Fife Drum Corps. They're from Bristol, Connecticut, and have a history of fife and drum that dates back to the 16th century. The Patriots strive to keep that tradition alive, adding their own musical twist along the way. So I hope we get to hear one of those musical twists, don't you, Mayor?
I'm sure we will. They were waiting for you, and I think they're off.
Okay, they're planning.
I think they're trying to keep a good distance between the divisions, which is fine.
Here they come. As long as they don't fire off any cannons or anything, I'll be good.
You watch. I'm looking at my notes here. If you see any rifles getting loaded, please let me know. As it quiet down a little bit, the Connecticut National Guard Hartford Group is coming in front of us next. The 143rd Regional Support Group of the Connecticut National Guard is located in Middletown. We have about 20 soldiers walking in front of us here. And I know we actually, during our post-COVID testing area, had them come help us out. So they do a great job throughout Central Connecticut. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your service. All right, we got a lively group coming up next. We have some of our Girl Scouts of Bristol. You know, let's hear it, girls. Come on, nice and loud. Woo! I see brownies, juniors, all levels of scouts. There's some cadets and maybe seniors. And they're here marching. I love the uniforms. I love the pride. Thank you, ladies and your leaders.
And I wonder if they have cookies in that little basket.
I don't know.
I missed out on the cookies this year. My My niece grew out of the Girl Scouts when I was old, so it's good for my figure though. Next, we have the American Legion Post 209 Youth Fishing Derby winners. And, what a great year they had this year. Andrew Medor, Mason Bacotti, Nathaniel Cummings, Natalie Cummings. This was a great free event for the children 16 and under, and it happens on the third Sunday of May every year. These are the most recent winners from the 8th annual event. So congratulations.
I heard the fish were this big.
They were. By the way, one of those bass that were caught surprised me on how big it was coming out of that.
All right, coming up with us, we have the youth from St. Matthew's School. St. Matthew's is also located here in Forestville. And they're doing a cheer for us. Look at this. Thank you for joining us.
I was looking up the history, and they started here in 1961. My sister actually went to St. Matthew's and then St. Paul, and great little Catholic school in town here.
Yeah. They have, believe it or not, they also have one of the most fantastic Christmas fairs in the winter months leading up to the holidays. But the school is well renowned, and you always hear wonderful things coming from their students who are very active in community affairs.
Great. Up next is Operation Hold Your Horses, led by Jennifer Smith. She's a Post 209 member. This is a nonprofit community horse resource founded by local veteran Jennifer Smith. They specialize in helping local risk horses find resources to pay vet bills or rehome horses. They give riding lessons and provide a sanctuary to our local children, families, and veterans that need escape, from life's stresses.
I love the ponies. Look how cute they are.
Very
and coming
cool.
up here are our Boy Scouts from Troop 29. Welcome, Scouts.
Doing a great job with the honor guard up front.
We just
got
got
a
a
nice
salute. All right. Scouting is one of the best activities for youth. I'm so glad that we have many troops here in our community. And it gives a lot for kids, everything from learning civic skills to cooking to hiking to camping to all sorts of things. So I'm very glad we have them in our troop.
Excellent. And actually up next is Cub Scout Pack 425. They're from Gloria Dei Lutheran Church. By the way, this is the Cub Scout pack that I was part of way back in long time ago. It's still 425. I was at Ivy Drive School, and they encompass a pretty large area.
I want to see your badges. I still have my Girl Scout sash.
I gotta see if I can dig those out.
All right, welcome. You know, Pack 425, I believe they do produce a lot of Eagle Scouts eventually from this pack.
They do. They go to the 29, which is the Boy Scout. So the Cub Scout goes to the Boy Scout, and they're connected with
Right.
29.
In fact, Pack 425 recently installed one of their Eagle Scout candidates, Alex, recently installed some picnic tables at Pine Lake here in Forestville.
Excellent.
Next up is the U.S. Naval Sea Cadets, Brock Eagle Division. Thank you for joining us.
Great. This would be a great day to be out on the water today, right? Nice and warm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your service. And Cheryl, we're wrapping things up here a little bit, which
It
is
almost went too
It was
fast.
nice. It went by a little fast, but a little bit more orderly for us. So next up is the Bristol Fire Department truck, and up front is the Honor Guard. And during our roughest times over this past year, I want to just give huge credit to the fire department, who did many things to support our police officers. And really, one of the things that came from the fire department was the blue lights around Bristol after that event. So I thank them very much for that. Thank you all for your service.
Right. And the fire department was also very pivotal in helping us pass out COVID supplies, if you recall.
Yes.
We passed out the test kits and the masks. So our fire department goes above and beyond.
Yeah. And maybe the last thing that we should mention about our local fire department is that we're very excited that Forestville is going to get its new firehouse over the next year or two. We have a building committee right now that is looking into that. So, been a long time coming.
Yeah. And in addition, I believe we just are starting to order a new ladder truck for the city too.
Exactly.
So, you know, this was a great parade. And again, I just want us to thank American Legion Post 209. They put together a well-organized and exciting parade, and We had a lot of talent today, and I want to thank all the parade participants that did join us.
Great to see everybody out here today. I just want to give a reminder for those who can still hear. Tomorrow is a much more solemn event. This one was a little bit more celebratory, but on Memorial Day, we will honor those fallen. If not for those fallen, we wouldn't be free today. And I'm very excited tomorrow to dedicate our memorial bridge at the beginning of Memorial Boulevard tomorrow at 10:30.
Now, if anybody is interested, the parade will conclude at the cemetery up the street on Circle Street. There will be closing prayers, and there will be the laying of the wreaths. So you're welcome to walk up to the cemetery and join that solemn ceremony. But thank you, Mayor. You did a great job.
We're a very
You do a
good
great
team. It
job
was
running
fun.
the city. I'm not surprised. You do a great
With
job.
help from people like you, it makes it very easy. God
So-
bless America. Thank you, everybody.
Have a great day.